Welcome to Rajput Auditorial, Standard 12th, Subject Economics. I am over here to explain you chapter number 3A, Demand Analysis. It's from your new syllabus of the year 2020 and 21. The first thing which I'll explain you is meaning of demand. I have explained it in my previous video also. You can see in the channel. I'll explain you once again in short. What is the meaning of demand? In ordinary language, demand means a desire. Desire means an urge to have something. In economics, demand means a desire which is backed by ability and willingness to pay. For example, if I wish to have a Audi car, but I don't have that much money to buy it, so that will not be the demand for it, the Audi, because it was a mere desire of mine to buy an Audi, but I didn't had any money to buy it, so it was not at all a demand. When I desire to have an Audi car, even I have money to buy it and I wish that I could buy it, then it is said to be a demand. Here it comes effective demand. Effective demand implies three conditions: desire plus willingness to purchase plus ability to pay. Today I am going to teach you all the very important and a very interesting answer, law of demand. So what is law of demand? When it comes in your exam, how will you start to write that answer? What exactly does it mean? I'll explain you. When you will be asked to write the law of demand in the exam or anywhere, the first thing which you'll write is the meaning which I explained you, and then comes the introduction. What does the introduction consist of? Experience shows that there is a general tendency among the consumer to demand more when the price is less and less when the price is more. Yes, of course. It's our tendency that we buy less of the commodity when the price rises and we buy more of the commodity when the price falls. So first thing which you will write is meaning, then the introduction, then comes the what does the law states. The law of demand states that other things being equal, higher the price of the commodity, smaller the quantity demanded, or lower the price, larger the quantity demanded, or else we can say vice versa. So what is the next thing which we'll write? It is demand schedule. What is demand schedule? I'll tell you. It is the tendency which the consumer demands according to the price of the commodity. Demand schedule is a tabular representation of functional relationship between price and quantity demanded for a particular commodity. Yes, which I explained you earlier. A demand schedule may be either individual schedule or market demand schedule. Yes, the demand may be a demand of an individual or it can be of the whole market also. सिर्फ मेरा डिमांड भी हो सकता है और वो पूरी मार्केट का डिमांड स्केड्यूल भी हो सकता है. I'll explain you ahead very easily. Let's see. Here comes the demand schedule, a diagram which shows demand curve in it. Here is the price and the downwards in the x-axis is quantity demanded. We can see in the y-axis that when the price rises, the demand for that commodity automatically falls. So it is downward sloping demand curve. The next thing is individual demand schedule. I told you that I'll explain you in simple words. Here it comes. Here the tabular form is given. Price of the commodity, that is X. We can see that when the price of the commodity, suppose will take rice, when the price of the rice was 10 rupees per kg, the quantity demanded was only 1 kg. Why? जब हमारा प्राइस राइस के लिए सिर्फ 10 रुपये था तो लोगों ने उसका सिर्फ 1 ही किलो के लिए डिमांड किया. जैसे जैसे प्राइस फॉल हुआ, जैसे फ्रॉम 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4 एंड 4 to 2, जैसे जैसे प्राइस फॉल हुआ वैसे वैसे लोगों का डिमांड राइज हुआ. वी कैन सी दैट व्हेन द प्राइस वाज 10 रुपीस द डिमांड वाज 1 kg. व्हेन द प्राइस fall from 10 to 8, the demand was 2 kg. Then when the price falls, the demand rises, and at the end we can see that when the price fall at 2 rupees, then the demand for the commodity was 5 kgs. So after understanding the individual demand schedule, we'll draw one demand curve also. Individual demand curve also we will have to draw. The individual demand schedule curve is over here. We can see that on the y-axis the price is given over here from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10, and the quantity demanded in kgs is also given over here from 1 kg, 2 kg to 3 kg, 3 to 4 kg, 4 to 5 kg, and till end. So the demand curve is always downward sloping. When the demand curve from downwards it moves towards upward, it is the exceptional demand curve. In the law of demand, when your answer is of 8 marks, then you will have to write even the exception or the assumption as if it has been asked in the exam question paper. But now when you are asked with law of demand, you have to write only the meaning, introduction, law, what the law states, individual demand schedule, and if it has been asked, you all can also write market demand schedule. So we'll move towards market demand schedule. What is market demand schedule? The schedule is given over here. It is for the whole market. We have taken 3 consumers. Their names are A, B and C. When the price of the commodity was 10 rupees, consumer A demanded only 5 kgs, consumer B demanded 10 kgs, consumer C demanded 15 kgs, and the total market demand, which is the summation of consumer A, consumer B and consumer C, is 30 kgs. When the price fall at 8 rupees per kg, the demand for the particular commodity from the consumer A was 10 kg, the consumer B demanded 15 kg, the consumer C demanded 20 kg, and the summation of whole demand was 45 kgs as for the price. And when the price fall at 2 rupees, the demand for the particular commodity by the consumer A was 25 kg, the consumer B demanded 30 kgs and the consumer C demanded 35 kg, and the summation of the whole was 90 kgs. So here also we can see that when the price falls, the demand for the particular commodity rises even in the whole market. So the tendency of the consumer remains the same. If the consumer is individual, then also he will demand more of the commodity when the price is less, and if the whole of the market is taken, the tendency of the consumer remains the same. When the price falls, the consumer demands more of the commodity. So we'll see ahead what is the market demand curve. So here comes the market demand curve. As I explained you earlier in the individual demand schedule, the market demand curve remains the same, but over here the consumer were in the whole. When the price falls from 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4 and 4 to 2, the demand rises from 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and 80 to 100. Here also the demand curve moves towards downward direction and it is the same as the individual demand schedule. So guys, let's have a quick revision what we learned in this lecture. We learned about what is the meaning of demand. So whenever we will be asked about the law of demand, the first thing which we will write is meaning, and the meaning will consist of introduction, what does the law states, and the next thing which we'll write is what is demand schedule, the introduction of the demand schedule, and then we'll draw the individual demand curve also. Then the next thing which we will write is market demand curve, market demand schedule, and we'll explain what is market demand schedule. We'll draw the schedule and then we will also draw the demand curve. So this much is enough only for when you will be asked about what is law of demand. You will also have to explain what is its assumption or exception in the exam as per they have asked. You can see the assumption and exceptions in my videos. You can go in my channel and you can see what are the assumption and exceptions of demand. So guys, please like, share and comment how was this video and do you all like this video. Thank you so much.